Okay, I'm answering questions about interval convergence. I'm talking to myself.
2 or 3?
It's ridiculous, but
2 or 3?
anyway.
2.
So we're using all the same tests for convergence and divergence that we did in the last section of notes, like the last packet and everything that I gave you guys. Those don't change. The difference now is we are using, we have to see
So
if there's a range for which they
we're
converge.
using alternating series stuff. Is that what you said? I was trying to write. What did you just say? I'm sorry.
I said we're using all of the same tests.
Okay. Okay.
Now, when I want to find intervals of convergence or divergence, the first test I always use is what?
First.
Huh? Ratio. Yeah, ratio. One over another, right?
Do we always use ratio for these?
Yes. So you'll always use a sub n plus 1
I
over
thought so.
a
I
sub
didn't even
n.
question it. When I was doing the worksheet, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm just using the same one each time.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna question
that's
it.
what I was doing, but when I simplified it, I would get like
Doesn't it
other stuff
say?
would cross out, but then there would be like an n and then n plus 1.
I
And
kept
I
getting
didn't know how to
the
simplify it.
reverse of the answer because I put the wrong one on top. So if the answer was 3, I'd get 1/3. Or I'd get like, if the answer was 0, I'd get infinity.
I don't do that.
Don't do that. I know, I just flip it. Stop it from right now.
What do you mean you
Yeah.
put the wrong one? Oh, did you put like
Yeah, flip
the
it.
original one?
Yeah.
I didn't flip the original. I left the original alone, and then I flipped the other one.
Oh,
the plus
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oof, the top or the bigger one goes on top for this. So, like, I don't know, is there one in particular you want me to work out?
I'm doing number 6 right
Oh
now.
my gosh, my
6?
gear is on the way.
Does
One
anybody
second.
else want 6?
Let me see really quick.
Look how cute.
All right, I'll do 6 then.
That's the one I want.
Thank
I'll
you.
run to the bathroom.
Trey, do you want to see my order from the room?
Yeah, 6 would be
So
good,
cute,
and then
right?
also,
I totally know all about clothing.
You don't own any glue gun.
I don't buy clothing for
This is
myself.
problematic. Aren't they so cute? They're extra short.
Miss Sam, you're still recording? For 2 minutes.
I just started another one to answer these.
They have
It
it on
is
colors.
12:20.
Okay,
Go
so
for it.
this limit as it approaches infinity. Okay, guys, let's work on simplifying this. So -1 to the n plus 1 divided by -1 to the n reduces to what?
say that again.
Just the
negative
negative
one to the
ones.
1.
Oh, just
-1 to the first power on top, so I'm just left with the -1.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does 2n plus 2 divided by x to the 2n plus 1 become?
X to the first.
X to the first on top, that's right.
Yes.
And you could even rewrite it as 2n plus 1 plus 1. And that's the same thing as x to the 2n plus 1 times x to the first over x to the 2n plus 1. These are all just exponent rules, right?
Right.
Okay, so x and then 2n plus 1 factorial over 2n plus 2 factorial.
That's 2 plus 2 factorial on the bottom, right?
Close, not factorial anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just 2n plus 2 because it takes care of 2n plus 1 factorial, like everything for 2n plus 1 down, right?
Wait, just a question.
Mm-hmm.
On the paper, it says like x to the 2n plus 1, so wouldn't we distribute the 2? And
I
it
was
would
writing
be
that.
like 2n plus
Oh shoot, did I not do that? Dadgummit. N plus 1.
I mean,
Yes, you're right.
So you'd have 2 copies.
2n plus 3.
So it would be x squared? So it should be.
Well, it would be, yeah.
Okay.
So 2n plus 1 plus 1.
Right.
X 2n plus 2 plus 1. Dadgummit. Thank you.
Dadgummit.
Dadgummit.
Oh,
What a rookie move.
so then it's x squared.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
X
yeah,
squared. That changes that one too, right? Wasn't that 2n plus 1?
Yes.
2n plus 1? Yes, so 2n plus 3. So I have 2n plus 2 and 2n plus 3 on the bottom.
I went for 2 minutes and already it looks like gibberish. I love
Well,
It's
I
not
made a
gibberish,
mistake.
it's
So if you're
math.
writing this down, you might want to fix this.
Kidding.
When I walk
Okay,
in,
thank you. So, Remember, I'm going to take out everything that has no bearing on the limit as it approaches infinity. So absolute value -1 is 1, so I can ignore that. I could take out the absolute value of x squared, but x squared is always positive anyway, so I don't really need absolute value anymore. So I'm just going to pull out the x squared and rewrite this as the limit of 1 over 2n plus 3 times 2n plus 2. And as n approaches infinity, what does this become? 0. Well, x squared times 0 is always just 0, which is does that pass the ratio test?
Yes, because it's
Yes, it's less than 1. So it's less than 1, so it converges
Liddy. That is Liddy.
by ratio test. Doesn't matter what x is.
No.
Right.
Does not matter what x is.
Right on.
So everywhere. Or you can say for all x. Have I ever shown you this symbol? For all.
No.
No.
That's cool.
I'm gonna start writing my name like that.
For all.
Abigail.
Abigail for all. Converges by ratio test everywhere. So my radius would be infinity, and my interval would be negative infinity
Mine was the same.
to infinity. It's not
Where? It's really good.
Okay.
Yours would be, there's none for H.
You know what's really funny this time?
For N.
Just go real quick. I didn't get 2n plus 3, I should have 2n plus 2, because I'm a fool. But
well,
give me
I
this,
did the same thing.
give me the exact same answer though.
Yeah.
I mean, what it doesn't really
It's the only
matter.
difference.
How do you
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
what radius is? Is there
Make sure you
Infinity.
because
Is there a radius 0? Yes.
No. Is it?
Yeah, if it only converges at where the center is, yes. Let me say that's radius 0. But basically, you always start out like this. It should cancel nice and neatly if we did everything right. And then you see, okay, is it less than 1? Does it converge at all?
Okay.
If it does, and it's always less than 1 no matter what x is, then it converges everywhere. If it depends upon what your x value is, let's say this was 1, and x squared, if it was less than 1, it would work. Like if we got 1/2 times 1 or 1/4 or whatever. So we would have to have this interval for which x values would work. And then remember, after we establish that, and if it's greater than 1, it would only converge at the center. Anyway, after we establish that, if it depends upon what x is, then we have to check those endpoints. For that, you just go back to what the original series looked like. So my a sub n, I would just plug it into this stuff, whatever x is, and then you do its own separate test for that. So that can be any of the tests. It doesn't have to be ratio. It's going to be, actually you're not going to use ratio because you already did that. So we're looking at, does it fit geometric? Does it fit alternating series, P series? Yeah. Can we do limit comparison? Whatever test you can find to figure out whether or not those endpoints converge.
Great. You do, yeah, I remember there was one question where we got something like that, and you got like stuff to cross out, but then there was n over n plus 1, or n over n minus 1, and I wasn't sure how to
I
evaluate
think we
that one.
divided all
I
of
thought-
the things by n.
Yeah, I thought we fixed that when we went back and canceled.
Probably.
What was it?
But,
1.
yeah.
But if you find it and can't figure it out, let me know.
Okay.